Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be taking a look at the limited edition Mary Poppins doll from the Disney store to celebrate the 60th anniversary of this iconic film. And before we start, I'm Chaymie and I like to make toy videos here on my channel, so make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell if you would like to stay tuned for more toy video content. Her packaging has a really sweet design, with an all-over pattern mimicking the wallpaper of the children's bedroom, accompanied by metallic foil red accents around the borders. And the anniversary emblem is featured as a sticker as opposed to being on the box itself. She is limited edition of 4,670 and she was not released in Asia. The little penguins on the plastic windows on the side are a very cute touch. On the back, we got her name and logo in metallic foil, as well as a nice copy description of the doll and the character. The penguins are one of my favorite parts of the film, so I love that they're featured prominently on the box as well. Alright, now it's time to take her out. Here is a certificate of authenticity. It mimics the box design, and mine is 1913 out of 4,670. And as always, let's take one final look at her in her original box posing before we take her out. And she's out of the box, and I have to tell you guys, she looks really good. Really, like as I was deboxing her, I keep on noticing how good her quality is. And I also really have a soft spot for dolls in white that are not wedding dolls. I don't know, like non-wedding dolls in white always gets me for some reason. And I also really want to point out here on how accurately the outfit has been replicated from the movie. Like, all of the details from the movie are captured as much as possible on this doll version, and as a movie collector, wanting my dolls to be movie accurate, this is right up my alley. Now let's get into the detail, starting with her hat. So I was gagged when I first saw her photos at D23 last year on how much accessory she has on her, and the hat is no exception. It's made entirely out of actual fabric, tulle and lace. So the brim of the hat has a metal armature wire underneath so you can actually pose it, and also keeps the shape of the hat. And on the hat itself, all these tulle and laces are pretty much positioned and decorated the way it was in the film. And we also have these little petals in white and pink to represent the flowers on her hat. The hat is attached to the head with the plastic tabs and also underneath her chin, so if you want to take the hat off, you have to cut them off first. Now we talk about her face sculpt. Oh, I think I said it a little too loud because I'm so excited, because I do love live action sculpts and live action dolls, and I've been wanting a Julie Andrews doll for forever, so this is so exciting. The sculpt itself is really stunning, and the paint also does, I think, a very good job of conveying Julie's likeness, although I wouldn't say it's like, whoa, uncanny level, but it's still there. It gets the job done. But I really do love the sculpt, especially the profile, because I would recognize that profile and that nose anywhere, and it's Julie Andrews 100%. The sculpt is very detailed, and she is smiling, so she got the smile lines to represent the smile, although I do think the eyes should smile a little bit more as well to kind of go along with that. But I really do love the makeup, the really super vibrant red lips, oh my god. And her eyeliner has this like pale pink shimmery powder type of metallic thing going on in there, so they executed that really well as well. They've done a really great job on the eye makeup overall. You have that blended kind of eyeshadow effect going on in the inner corners of her eyes as well. Usually for mass-produced dolls, they kind of come off as harsh lines, but oh my god, this is like blended so well on her. For her hair, it's very simple. She has a middle parting that is pulled to the side, and they get blended into the back and pulled back together for a simple knotted twist bun on the back of her head. It's simple, but yet effective. Moving on to her outfit, so she has a lace trim neckline with a red ribbon, and along with that, I don't know what to actually call this. I do know that it's called a cravat on men, but is it the same on women? But anyway, it has white and pink lace mixed into it to create that effect. But I do have to tell you, I was really, again, gagged when I saw like these little pearl buttons on the back of her dress. I mean, the dress still attaches with Velcro, but the fact that they put these little faux buttons on the back is just so amazing, especially on the back. Nowadays, Disney doesn't care much about details on the back, but the fact that they put it there, gagged. The outfit is actually all one piece, but they do, oh my god, they do convey a great sense of layers through the execution. So you can see the little shirt under the sheer layer. It just gives off a very nice illusion. And I love the material that they used for the sheer layer. It has some texture into it, and the sleeves are puffy. The corset is also very nice. The red part is satin, I believe, and has a pale pink trim, and the lines, I suppose the darts on the corset, are also embroideries. The sleeves also feature floral embroideries, and it's white on white, so it's kind of hard to see. That's why I dimmed down the brightness for this section of the video, but they are beautiful embroideries. The floral patterns are quite accurate to the film, and between them, she also has like little half pearls in between the embroidery, so I think that's really beautiful. I do think they could have used like metallic embroideries on these parts so that they would pop more against the white, but at the same time, this is more accurate to the film, so I'm kind of torn. At the end of her sleeve, she also has lace trims along with another red ribbon. And her gloves, so she has her iconic fingerless gloves. That is just basically tulle, but it has these little white dots, pom-pom, like fuzzy little materials going across. Again, accurate to the film, so I am just gagging with all the details and accessories that she has. And I also really love the new hand sculpt that they've given her, so she can actually hold her little hat. I love it when dolls have hands that actually mimic and sculpt it in the way that they're supposed to be acting out instead of just the usual kind of petal default pose, so I'm always up for it. I love that the blue fairy also had it to hold her wand. I really do love dynamic hand poses. I wish they would do it more often for these limited edition dolls. For her next accessory, it's her umbrella, or a parasol, I suppose. So it has the iconic parrot head handle. It's sculpted very nicely. It's in this kind of pastel pink shimmery plastic. And it even has this little part where there are strings tied around it to act as a handle. Like, I feel like a broken record, I keep saying it, but the details that they've put into this. So basically, the parasol is one long pole, and for the actual umbrella part, it's just a piece of fabric wrapped around it to mimic the fact that the parasol is closed, but it has a lace trim and a little ribbon attaching it. And the D23 Jane is really side-eyeing from the back because Mary Poppins basically got everything that she didn't get. A hat, a parasol, and a pair of gloves. Moving on to her skirt, so it's still a one-piece dress, so the skirt is attached to the top. It is quite poofy. It has a decent amount of fabric. It's still not, I don't think, a full circular dress, so it doesn't really create all the folds that we like to see, but it still has a decent amount of fabric to keep the dress poofed out. So the top sheer layer is the same fabric as her sleeves. It again features more of these floral embroideries and the little half pearls, and they do go all the way around. The little red ribbons are also a really nice touch because they give that pop of color against all that white. So underneath the sheer layer, she does have a white plain layer that looks like satin at first glance, but it feels very stiff, so I feel like it's more of like in line with kind of the stiffer playline type of fabric materials. Underneath all of that, as her undergarment, she does have a 3-layer tulle petticoat. So the top layer is the most detailed one with a lace trim and 2 little additional thinner, softer layers underneath that. And it is a separate one, unlike Ariel, who's had it stitched to the actual dress. And finally, her boots. So her boots are also a new sculpt that is very accurate to the actual ones that she's wearing in the film. I love the sculpting details of all the button details, the leather stitching details, you know, and the heel is red, the tip of the shoe is red, and the sole is also nicely sculpted with the different colors. So I love that the sculpting department always delivers on these shoes been recently. And I love that they're just not reusing any type of boots mold. I thought maybe they would be reusing like Jane's boots and just recoloring it, or Giselle's boots to recolor it, but no, this is a very unique sculpt just for her. So we love that. We love to see that. Alright, so for my final thoughts on this doll, I really don't have anything negative to say about her actually. I love all the details that they faithfully recaptured from the movie onto the doll as much as possible. And I also want to point out that if you noticed, she is a doll that does not feature any rhinestones at all, but still works so well in its details. So that, I think, it goes to show that embellishments or gems does not make or break a limited edition doll. It's the quality and the execution of the details is what makes or breaks the doll. This doll is very simplistic in its beauty, and at the same time it's so detailed. And that's what makes a great limited edition Disney doll. You know, the only part that could have been improved is just maybe using a better quality fabric for the main layer of the dress. It does feel a little bit playline, maybe a larger cut, a more circular cut of the dress, so it creates more of these little folds and pleats like how it is in the movie, and it has nice weight to it. And in the film, she also has like a red layer underneath her dress, so combine that with that sheer white layer, it gives a very nice ombre effect of a pinkish hue in the dress as well, so that would have been something really nice as well. But those are just points to really push that doll to the next level, but the doll already works so well the way she is right now. And she is still in stock at the parks and also Europe and US as well, I think. So if you have the chance, I would definitely recommend that you pick her up. Such a nice addition to your collection, to the limited edition Disney line. She is so detailed, so nicely executed. She's like one of the best dolls that we've gotten in a while as a general release. And also because a live action, a limited edition doll in 17-inch form is always such a nice treat. They only do it to like the live action Disney movie series that are coming out right now, so I think she's the first one that they've actually like gone back to their older catalogs to do it. So let's show them that we love them, and maybe we'll start getting more, because I definitely, for example, would love a Princess Diaries 17-inch dolls with Julie Andrews and Anne Hathaway. Alright, so those are my thoughts on the limited edition Mary Poppins doll, so absolutely love her. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Like, did you get her? What are your thoughts on her? If you're on the fence, I would say go for her if you have the chance. You can also check me out on Instagram at Chaymie Creates for my toy photography. I just done one of my favorite doll shoots with Mary Poppins. It's posted there, so if you love doll photography, go check me out there on Instagram at Chaymie Creates. If you enjoy the video, please like, thumbs up, subscribe, and share. It'll really help out my channel. Once again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon in my next video. Bye!